Well, hi Sime, here we are again, and obviously you've had a big couple of weeks and took a night off training last night, back on the training part now. Just to touch back on the Australia Cup game, where do you think it perhaps went wrong on that game?
Listen, I think we were up against a team that were fighting for their season, to get something out of their season. We certainly gave everything we had. But it was one of those nights where I felt that our opposition showed a little bit more desire, and they had a clear intention to sit back and hit us on the counter. We probably left ourselves a little bit exposed there because we had to go chase it after that first goal. So, good luck to them. We wish them all the best.
Sometimes, as you say, it can be, especially when you've played a team just a few days before. They know they've got an idea what to expect. And from what I saw of it, wasn't going to be one of those nights. I think that was summed up probably when Huss had that slip and they were in for that goal. I think that's just probably one of those nights as well.
Yeah, potentially. I think a lot of, each of the goals, a lot of things had to happen prior for the ball to settle in the net. 9 times out of 10 we would have dealt with most of them. But on these occasions they went in. So yeah, it may be one of those games, but it was certainly, the hunger was there, and we certainly wanted to progress to the next round because that was important for us. But the response from the boys has been exceptional since. So it showed how committed these boys are to winning the league.
And I was going to then move on to that with the Gold Coast Knights game, and that was obviously a gutsy performance with Huss obviously getting sent off late in the first half, down to 10 men, whole second half, clawed it back and probably really matched them.
I've got a group of boys that are angry that they didn't win the game. After the game, as proud as we were as a coaching staff about the performance, against a fellow top 4 side, we looked quite comfortable, and I think we had the better chances. Absolutely, we probably should have got more out of the game, and certainly, again, it's testament to the desire of the squad, is that they, whilst they were grateful that it was 1 point, they were angry with themselves that they didn't pick up the 3.
Fate is probably now in our hands a little bit. We do have that 6-point buffer, even after that result. Moving on now to Sunshine Coast, which again is another tricky Sunday afternoon / evening trip. Looking forward to that one?
Yeah, it's always an interesting place to go and play. But I think we've got a pretty good record up there. We know how to play when we go up there. So yeah, in saying that, it's going to be tricky. It always is going to be tricky. I think we've got, whilst we are 6 points ahead, there's 2 or 3 tricky games. Absolutely. We've still got Logan away. We've got Moreton Bay here as well. The Raw, and obviously we've got Olympic. But we're focusing solely on this weekend's game because the ball is in our court. We just have to keep winning. That's first and foremost. We just have to win.
With Huss obviously being suspended, are you looking to come in and replace him?
We've got a few options. Bull has always been fantastic when he's been called upon to come in and do a job. Anyone from the bench they've all been magnificent. And you saw in the weekend when Angie came on and when Zach came on, didn't skip a beat. The way we play was consistent, and they came in and did a great job. So whoever is called upon this weekend, I have no doubt that they'll do the job that is required.
There is a little bit of exciting news. We do have a new recruit joining the ranks, Louis Fenton, another former A-League player. What are you looking to slip him into? What sort of position are you looking at, and how are you hoping he'll integrate?
Well, first and foremost, I've spoke to the squad at length about being very, very particular about the players that we bring in. They have to, fit in well with the squad, our playing style, but also make sure that they challenge the existing squad. So, so when the option to speak with Louis arose, we jumped at that because, we think bringing someone of his quality and his experience into the squad is going to be fantastic for everyone in the squad. Even the younger ones. But as far as his playing position, that remains to be seen. He obviously spent most of his career bombing up and down on the right. So, you know, that certainly is an option for us. Fletcher McDonald is obviously left to go overseas, so there's a natural replacement there. But then, you know, Zach Maltby's been playing well, and Andy Thompson as well. Every time he's come on, he's delivered there. But, you know, the experience that Louis brings in and his versatility as well, you know, I think we have a few options there.
How far would he be off of joining the squad for match day?
Well, I plan on his clearances come through, so as long as he gets through the week training, then I don't see why he's not going to be joining us on the weekend.
Matt Denton, how far is he away off from returning?
He returns on Sunday, so he'll feature next week. I would suggest we'll see how he is next week at training, and we'll make a decision from there.
Well, fingers crossed that the weather isn't too bad, because again we've got a little bit of weather on the way forecast. It is a big trip and it was a tricky one, but let's fingers crossed we keep on rolling and get another 3 points there and come back home happy.
Fingers crossed, mate. Hopefully we do the club proud.